Money is the basic foundation of business. In the GMAT, cost problems are one of the most popular world problems. Let's get into it. Today, we'll try a new game. It's called Monopoly. Let's select Start. Here is Uncle Rich. What is he saying? I think I can help you. What problems do you have? You have a nice office, Uncle Rich. It sounds like your accountant is incompetent. Let me see if I can help you. Pause the video for a moment and try to solve the question. My clothing company is launching a new product line soon. We will sell each dress at a selling price of $120. There are variable costs though. The variable costs per unit in each production run are estimated to be 30% of the selling price. And there are fixed costs too. The fixed costs per production run are about $10,080. How many new dresses should we make and sell so that our revenue is equal to the total cost for each production run? The basic equation for any cost problems in the GMAT is profit equals sales minus cost. However, we are given that our revenue here is equal to the total cost. That means the profit is zero or the whole thing broke even. In this question, we are given several components of cost. There are total costs, variable costs, and fixed costs. Translate these cost words into an equation. Total cost is equal to variable cost plus fixed cost. The variable cost per production is 30% of the selling price, but this is variable cost per unit price. It means we need the total number of dresses produced to get the whole variable cost per production run. So multiply 0.3 by $120, then we get $36 for each unit of variable cost per production. To get the whole variable cost per production, let N equals the number of dress units produced. And we have 36N for the variable cost per production run. The fixed costs per production are $10,080. So in cost equation, plug in these numbers and we have a total cost equal to 36N plus $10,080. What is the total revenue then? The total sales is 120 multiplied by N. Since total revenue equal to the total cost, we have 120N equals 36N plus 10,080. Simplifying the equation, it is 84N equals 10,080. Dividing both sides by 84, we have 124N. The total number of dresses produced is 120. The answer is C. This question looks intimidating with long words, but remember to solve word problems step by step by breaking down into processes. I'm glad I was of help. Is there anything I can do for you? You have a clothing company and you got a mining company too? Pause the video for a moment and try to solve this data sufficient question. For an expensive mining tool repair, the repair cost is consisted of several expenditures. There are a charge for parts, labor, and the government tax on both parts and labor. If the tax is 7% and the charge for parts including the tax is $70, what is the total cost of the repair? And we have statement 1, the tax for labor is $15. Statement 2, the total tax for both parts and labor is $35. Again, we need to translate words into equations step by step. The total repair cost equals parts cost plus labor cost plus tax on parts plus tax on labor. And we have a tax of 7%. Percent means literally percent or per hundred. So convert this 7% into decimals or fractions. 7% is equal to 7 over 100 or 0.07. Since we are already given the parts cost including the tax as $70, the total repair cost is equal to $70 plus labor cost plus tax on labor. Let us set up a variable. We only have one unknown here, that is the charge for labor. So let L equals charge for labor. Then we have a total repair cost equals $70 plus L plus 0.07L, which can be simplified to $70 plus 1.07 L. The question is asking for the total repair cost. In the data sufficiency type question, never fully solve equations unless you need to. For statement 1, we are given that the tax for labor is $15. Since we know the tax rate, which is 0.07, this $15 is equal to 0.07 L. Therefore, we can solve for L. It means statement 1 is sufficient because we can get the value of L, which only has one value, and in turn, we can get the total repair cost. Because statement 1 alone is sufficient, save A, eliminate B, C, and E. Now let us look at statement 2. We are given that the total tax for both parts and labor is $35. How do we get the value for tax on parts? Since the parts cost including the tax is $70 and the tax rate is 7%, just multiply these two values together and we can get the tax on parts. Translating this into math equation, we get $35 equals $70 multiplied by 0.27 plus 0.27 L. Again, we can get the value of L, which is the charge for labor. Then we can get the total repair cost with this L value. Statement 2 alone is sufficient. Therefore, D is the final answer. You should fire that accountant. Excuse me?
You're fired.
Oh my goodness, you actually fired your accountant? Sure, as long as you pay me a lot with a hefty consultant fee. So remember two things. Profit equals sales minus cost. When breaking even, sales equals cost. Never calculate a data sufficiency question fully unless you have to. If you are able to break down words into math equations one by one, cost and money problems won't be too hard. I hope you enjoyed the game and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Good luck with the money problems.